What's up? Actually getting ready to head into work right now. So something that I can tell you that has been bothering me lately, right, has been the inability for people to understand that following people means that you share the same values. And when you share the same values, it's a complete reflection of you. So, I'm not talking about following people on social media, alright? I'm not necessarily even talking about following people politically. Although I will say this much, not to get into politics, because I'm going to leave that subject alone in all my videos. But legitimately, who you follow matters. It matters not as much as who your circle is, and the only reason why is because your circle are the people that you interact with on a regular basis. So it's not the same. Like, the people I follow are not the same people that are in my circle, and I would never be able to claim that the people I follow and I share the same viewpoints, have the same outlook on life, the same anything. They're literally just people that I admire. Like, I could tell you, everybody knows, like, I'm not going to shy away from the subject. Rob Bailey of Flag Nor Fail. I look up to him. He's really, really good dude. He has a really good business mindset about him, and his work ethic is like insane. And I really do think that that's cool, and I value that. But do me and him agree on everything? No. Like, he looks at life in different ways than I do, I'm sure. And I don't follow him that deep. But politically, if you follow a political leader, most political leaders are based upon their actual stances on situations, their actual beliefs on how their part of the government should be ran. So, in essence, I mean, politically, I don't know. Politically, you could say that who you follow politically could be a reflection of you. It really just depends on how deep you take it and how serious it is. And like how big of an entity that really plays in your own life. I will say this much. It matters, though. And I'll tell you why it matters. Because anyone that you let in your ear, anyone, it doesn't matter if it's a celebrity, it doesn't matter if it's a high school buddy, it doesn't matter, college friend, parent in a parenting group that you're a part of, doesn't matter. Anyone you let in your ear and that you actually like listen to and adhere what they're saying, you're allowing yourself to be influenced. That's the reason why YouTubers are considered influencers. Fitness influencers. There's a multitude of influencers in our world because they're people who you allow to give you direction in a way. Now, this doesn't apply to all. There are a lot of people out there that are like, just because I follow somebody on Instagram doesn't mean I allow them to contribute to my viewpoints and how I operate my life. That may be so, but you do have to think, like, if you follow them, then there's something about them that attracted you. There's something about their content that you can relate to, because typically we don't have anything to do with things that we can't relate to. Like, I'm gonna kind of call CrossFit out here. I don't know anything about CrossFit. Like, I've seen the movements on some of the things that they do, and I'm like, not for me. So, because of that, like, I don't follow CrossFit. I don't know nothing about that genre of athletics. So I don't follow anything of it, because it doesn't resonate with me at all. Like, I don't understand any of it. I don't get any of it. However, I do resonate really well with bodybuilding and with powerlifting. And I do dabble in strongman. So I do follow Brian Shaw. I do follow Dana Len Bailey. I do follow those people because they are in some way, somehow in connection to or with something that I like. Something I can relate to. Now, I'm going to bring this thing whole scope because I'm kind of making the intro part of this video kind of long and drawn out. But I want to give really good explanation on what I mean by it matters. So you take all of those things. You take all of those things and you put them all together and you're like, okay, so please tell me how you think that the people I follow matter in such a way that I need to be more mindful about it. Alright, this is how. So, if their content is relatable to you, then that means you share something in common with them. And if you share something in common with them, chances are their viewpoints, their strengths, their outlooks are going to have a slight reflection on how you carry yourself, what you think, how you feel. Again, not trying to go political, but I like using politics in this particular example because it is the easiest example. Politically, whoever you follow politically typically has all of the same standard and viewpoints as you. That's why so many people get so heated when politics get brought up, because it is, and our country's crazy about it, but we've let it become so personal. We've taken something that is supposed to be meaningful to the operation of our country, and we've made it into like a personal thing. And that's what this is. It becomes a personal thing. And then we get offended by people who don't agree. We get mad at people who push against us, or against the topic of conversation that we view one way and they view another. It's huge. So the takeaway from this video is just be really mindful about who you follow and why you follow them. And then on top of it all, and this is probably far by the most, the best advice that I can give when it comes to following people and allowing people to speak into you, is be mindful at what you're willing to say is okay because you follow them. There's a lot of times where influencers and people that we follow and that we think we agree with or align with do stuff that is wrong. We do things, we see them do things that might be morally wrong, ethically wrong, I don't know, legally wrong, could be any of those things. When you see that happen, you got to remember that ethics, the law, morals, those are all compasses to keep us in line with walking the right paths. And honestly, if they didn't do right, recognize that they didn't do right. Don't go into their defense because they did something wrong, but because you back them, that all of a sudden you need to take this burden on your own. That's something that bothers me when I see it happen. I see people take on somebody else's failures or somebody else's shame and make it their own because they're in the same clique. They're bless me. Ohio weather's got my allergies rocked right now. But they take on that shame, and you don't need to. You don't need to take on that shame. It's not yours to bear. Just because you follow somebody or have some of the same stances that they have or whatever, that doesn't mean you need to follow them into battle. That's not how this goes. So just be mindful who you follow. Be mindful of what you allow into your mind, and don't let things get so personal with you from people you follow, from the influences that you have in your life, that when the time comes that you have to recognize a fault or a failure, that you somehow make it your own, because it's not your own. The average human already bears a ton of responsibility, a ton of falling short, a ton of failure, all on their own. You know, like I already have my own failures. I don't want anyone else's. I already have my own struggles. I don't want anyone else's. Especially somebody that doesn't have direct correlation with me. Especially somebody that is not going to go to war for me. It's just some good advice. I think that's it for this video. Man, I hope you guys have an awesome week. Like, comment, share, subscribe as usual. I'd like to hear you guys' opinion, especially give me some ideas for what you guys want to see or hear. I'm always kind of on the lookout for creating better content. I just kind of make these videos when something hits my own personal life, and I feel like it would do justice if I gave some input. I'm out.